Straight from the K, and we can talk about whatever women's choices and divorces. Hey, it's all up to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Bring my hook in for me, boo. It's straight from the K, and it's straight from the K. This video is about black women being misdiagnosed. Misdiagnosis. We're not in a socialist or communist society. We are in a capitalism society, capitalist society, meaning everything is about the dollar bill, yo. Meaning that, and I say all that to say is that pharmaceuticals and doctors run this company. You can go to a doctor and see something wrong with you, but the doctor, because pharmaceutical companies pay them the most, they would not diagnose you correctly. They will say something else, so therefore you will be promoted to get another type of medicine. Meanwhile, you got a whole nother diagnosis going on. And it's sad because you have to go in there with your blueprint saying, hey, test me for this, because I've been there twice. I've been there with myself, and I've been there with my mother, R.I.P. Madonna. I've been there with her. So I know that they just get you in and get you out based on what your insurance is going to shell out. Get you in, get you out based on what your insurance is going to shell out. And it's a very bad, especially for the black woman. And you can't ignore it. It's not even possible to ignore it. At the end of the day, you have to really be like proactive reading. And it's sad because Google, everything you Google says you about to die. So, but you need to look into your own health history, know who your mother is, know who your father is. I know a lot of people have family secrets and they don't like to tell stuff, but at the end of the day, this is where your health map is going to come from. You might not have the map of the daddy that they want you to believe that's your daddy. You might have a map of another person. Your mama might not be in your life, and they want to keep it a secret. Auntie is really your mama. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to health, if you don't know the backdrop of the situation or what you have going on in your DNA, what happened during the meiosis state of your cell division back, because these people had nothing to do with that. They're telling you. I'm just using all that to say, just make sure you pay attention to that. And Fox 5 did a good job down here in Atlanta. Shout out to them. And they will be down in my this link will be in my description about dangers of being medical misdiagnosis. And I know that's for sure, because I went through it with my mother, and we all are victims to this today. You might think you're taking medicine for one thing and it's something else. And I know, because I had to hold a lot of doctors to the cross about that ain't what's wrong with me. You give me medicine that ain't working. But they just give you some, charge your insurance company, give you the copay amount that you didn't shelled out, and sit you out the door. Still ain't well. And in fact, it's getting worse.
Racial and gender disparities are widespread. Why is that? And how is this a public health problem?
This is heavily a public health problem because we are seeing that the numbers each year are increasing as far as misdiagnoses that are leading to people dying and being permanently disabled. So this is really an important topic that we should really take note of and pause and say, hey, what can we do about this issue? Because the trends are showing that misdiagnoses are increasing each year. And this is affecting everyone, men, women, blacks, minorities, everyone.
Shout out to Johns Hopkins for doing this study. They didn't say the length of time that they did the study as far as the data set and how long. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure many of us can understand that when I say data set, I'm talking about how many people they studied and the length of time that they studied. People, what age group, and how long did it go. far as, was it 10 years and 5 years or something like that. But at the end of the day, we all know we go through this. You know, and now, like she's saying, it's getting to a point now, they don't even touch you. And you already diagnosed. And I've been there. Like, they like they Jesus. you got a urinary tract infection, you got a, hernia, and you got a HPV. You know what I'm saying? Okay, how you know? You ain't touched me. You ain't even looked at me. You know what I'm saying? How you know what I got? And you have to keep them. You got to keep your foot on their neck, because they just shoot you out the door real quick. One of my gynecologists, he got to the point. They at the point now where they like, how many minutes you think you need? 15, 10? I'm like, so I guess that's how they're going to shoot it to my insurance company about how long I was there. It's all about that. And then you want to get that in a socialism type of economy. But America's really big on not trying to show no kind of socialism. And I agree, I understand, but we are capitalism, which everything is about the money. So you ain't got your money. That's why you need to be about your money when it comes to people in the street, because they money, you know what I'm saying? That's about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, how long you gonna need me? So at the end of the day, I'm like, golly. So you get shoot out the door, and then you gotta come back. And then to say what they misdiagnosed you by touching and healing. They ain't touched you, just shot their hands at you. Okay, you gotta go back, because whatever they said didn't work, and now you still got issues. And meanwhile, the problem that you really have is growing and getting worse. I should bring out that a lot of us don't participate. We do a lot of. I know, because of the Tuskegee Airmen. What was that went on with them? Hold on, give me a minute. I forgot the disease they injected into them. RPR, which is Lord. I work in a lab, so I think lab names, and I forget the name that's given out to everybody else, but it's gonna come to me. But anyway, a lot of black people like to pass down fear of participating in things, because we remember the people before us know about that. Syphilis. Yeah, it was the RPR. RPR is a nickname for syphilis when you work in a lab. So it's RPR, but it's syphilis. So injecting the Tuskegee Airmen with the syphilis in the past has made black people not want to. Parents like myself, I'm 46, so my parents and stuff, they didn't remember that happening. So it's kind of like, I don't want to get no injection, I don't want to be part of no study. But I like how she brought up that we're not part of the study, so we're not part of the interface that they can figure out what is the detailed issue. And we're not participating when you go to a doctor for a study. Studies take about 5 to 10 years, just like the HPV, human papillomavirus, that's out here now, the Gardasil that the children are getting. That took a study. It took like 15, 20 years to watch what children do. You know what I'm saying? How to reflect. And a lot of people don't understand how important that is, because a lot of people die from cervical cancer and throat cancer, and you don't know why. But it's that, you know what I'm saying? It's that it coming from sexual practices. And a person might have genital warts, and you do not know that. And if you're young, you don't know that. And I'm just a side note. I'm just using that as an example. But back to what I'm talking about now, black women being the most misdiagnosed people. And we are. And if you're not participating in the studies, they don't have a data to study. Everybody think they so special, but they ain't special. Like, okay, so you don't want to be part of nothing. I hear what you're saying, but you still a statistic no matter what like, don't participate in a study. And then now we don't know what molecule or what grain different is about us. It might be something different about us. Black people in America is a totally different type of people than everybody else, because we're mixed with so many different nationalities. So many different ethnic groups. We're not pure. Like, we ain't straight Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's mostly what we are, but we have other things in us. like me, I have B negative blood. I have a minor blood. I have a blood type that's not that popular. I had to get the Rogam shot. When I was getting pregnant, I had to get a Rogam shot because of my blood type. Because that's not a common blood type. You know where it come from? It come from Asia. If you look it up, B negative, it comes from Asia. And guess what? I'm like 4% Asian. Everybody think it's something else, but it's not. I am Cameroon, Wales, which is European, and I'm 4% Asian. And the Asian take over when it comes to my blood type. So, you don't know these things if you don't look. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare yourself. So you won't be sick. Because if my daughter, I have two daughters. One of them is B negative. The other one's A positive. So, if something happened with my blood mixed with her, I'm going to be almost dead. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't mix. Mix ain't mixing. But anyway, so when it's good to participate in studies, y'all. Everybody ain't the Tuskegee Airmen, okay? So participate in studies for your data can represent on how to treat us, okay? Let's go.
You don't have, if blacks make up 13% of the population, it's a very small segment. And so oftentimes in some researchers, it may be the minority group that we're focusing on. And so they're thinking, well, if we can cover and try to help 97% of the population versus, or I should say 87% versus 13, let's focus on the majority. And so unfortunately, if we don't switch to focus on minorities as well, we'll notice that the trends wherein more blacks are being affected from certain diagnoses that are critical and can lead to death. Cancers are usually most rare in blacks. The prognosis is usually worse in black women and men. And so if we don't study that population, we won't be able to direct our treatments toward that population. And so they'll suffer over the end.
And that leads me to my next question, because this was such a tragedy. The beauty influencer, Jessica Petway, she was misdiagnosed and she died of cervical cancer.
Yes.
How does this kind of misdiagnosis take place?
You know, Jessica Petway, yes, very, very sad that this happened. Being so young as she was, cervical cancer is a cancer that is easily diagnosed and is easily treated. And it's actually one of the easiest cancers in general to have 100% full treatment from. And so considering that she was diagnosed with fibroids rather than cervical cancer, and it took over a year for this diagnosis to come about, she essentially lost the time and the treatment that she needed to possibly have saved her life.
Bottom line, advocate for yourself. But yes, Jessica Petway, please RIP her. RIP Jessica Petway, because I understand that I had a abnormal pap smear back when I was 17 years old due to, you know, my ex-boyfriend at the time had Jones warts, and it made it where my cervical was giving pre-cancer cells. And it was easily, like she said, it's easily diagnosed. You just go get your pap smear, go to the doctor, follow up. But they was misdiagnosing her, telling her she had fibroids. How you see some fibroids? Because usually take, you know, when they do like a, when they look into you, like you doing a ultrasound. So I don't know how they diagnosed her with fibroids, and she just had, if her swabs came back, you know, like did her pap smear, they should have seen that she had something abnormal around the cervical area. But women, they don't care nothing about us. You know what I'm saying? They all want to see us, ship us out, make money off of us. You have to look out for yourself. Like I like what she said. You have to advocate for yourself. Okay? Sometimes you have to be encourage yourself. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be on it, because they don't care nothing about us. Like all they want to do is, in our youth, look at us, like, use us. If you can make some money off of us, that's what they're gonna do. But then as you get older, you know, and things start changing. And I was 17 when I had an abnormal pap smear. I haven't had one since then. I do not play about that. I don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I go every year to get my pap smear. Oh, that's a good rap. I go every year to get my pap smear. But yeah, I do. And it's important to do that, because you know, you want to be here for your family, your life, If you in a marriage, your husband, your kids, and all that kind of stuff. But you can't do it if you're neglecting speaking up for yourself. Okay? And it's straight from the K. Shout out to Fox 5 News Atlanta on that special that they did, and I'm just glad. And shout out to John Hopkins for doing that study to show that they know, you know what I'm saying, bring a highlight to how black women are misdiagnosed. It's not a joke, okay? It really ain't. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Click like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, and check out my deals. And right now, if you're watching this video between, well, we at April 2024 to May 2024, I'm doing free weeks for people who need to go to prom and graduation. I have 4, just 4 to give away. Inbox me. I love you. And stay beautiful. I appreciate it. Stay safe. Okay.
Free prom and graduation wig ... inbox ... only for available.
She don't hear that fuck. Say she left her person named Church. You know, wanna play it. We can go that first. I busted you for the plus spot. She live at a park. It's getting dark. My clock on my lap. I'm just thinking smart, so she hop out. She switching this shit. This bitch thinking shit. She got.